Alrighty guys, and welcome to our first actual randomizer on the YouTube channel, I think. We're gonna get started here pretty quickly. We got a casual boots seed, which means we got a standard start. And let's go with Flashcats Clouder for our name. And we got a sword to start off with thanks to it being standard. And boots. So let's get going. Let me actually hook up the tracker real quick. We are using an auto tracker today just because it makes things a little bit easier. There we go. So, hopefully this will get tracking here in a moment. We'll mark off that we got a sword and we got our boots. So, let's get started. This seed is the worst. I really hope it isn't, but you never know. Alright, out of bed. This is definitely not the worst, because that's a hook shot. That's a pretty good start to me. Alright, looks like the tracker is auto-tracking like it's supposed to. And let's go pay a visit to Uncle. Bloomerang. Alright, we got use of our sword now. Bloopy. Red rupee. Actually, I'm gonna check the stun prize. Ooh, fairies in the stun prize. That might be useful. And into the back of Escape we go. So, let's see what we can find back here, go rescue Zelda, and then head to the Sanctuary. But for those of you that have never seen a randomizer before, as I don't think we've done one on the channel before, we've done some speedrun, but not a whole lot of randomizer content. So, what randomizer is we take all the chests in this lovely game, and we randomize their contents. Ooh, magic powder. In terms of things that have to be similar, we have settings to where everything's got to be beatable. We're using advanced item placement, which basically means that you can do dark rooms if they have a torch via fire rod or lamp. Oh, didn't get the sword spin off there. But, and then all the keys, maps, and compasses are going to be in their appropriate dungeon. As we can see, we picked up 2 here, which means we won't have one in the escape sequence. So let's head on down to the basement. Our goals for the first little bit of this is we want to find a few things. We need our Dark World access, and to get that, we are going to need to find a hammer, moon pearls, and a glove, or 2 gloves and a moon pearl. I should actually switch to the boomerang for that, but hey, there's our lamp. Vanilla lamp. I was gonna explain how the lamp process works in this game when you don't have lamp for this part, but what do you know? We got one anyway. So each item that we get ends up unlocking a bunch of different checks around the world that we can do, and the logic of the game makes it to where you have to be able to beat it. So it's not like you're ever gonna get in a scenario where, oh, I've opened everything I can possibly do, and I can't beat the game. There are ways to turn that to where that could not be the case, but obviously we want the game to be beatable, because if it's not beatable, then, you know, what's the point? But this is going to be a multi-episode thing. We're kind of going to take these as probably about 20 to 25 minute segments. And you'll notice that as we go up into escape here, we're just running on through. We're not really killing the enemies because we're kind of wanting to do this as fast as possible. If you take a look at people who are really, really good at randomizers, they do these in about an hour and a half. I would say is probably the average for this type of seed. Maybe a little bit quicker than that. My average is still about 2 hours, so I have a lot that I can still learn. But I'm at least confident enough in doing them that I can almost always... There's our map. Almost always have a good run right about 2 hours. So I'm okay with doing them on our YouTube channel now. I've been doing them on stream at twitch.tv/flash_am for quite a while now. We are doing Ocarina of Time randomizers. There we go. Ocarina of Time randomizers. We're doing Majora's Mask randomizers is pretty new. And then we are also doing these pretty much weekly. So you can find those over there, but we're gonna do some on the YouTube as a supplement to that for, you know, sometimes we can't always do all the games in 1 week, and as we add more types of randomizers over time, that will be the case too. I'd really love to get into some Wind Waker randomizers, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword, but those are a little bit more difficult for me to get into, because those involve modding my Nintendo Wii, and I just haven't gotten to that point yet. So as we come out of escape here, we have returned the princess, and gotten a piece of art for it. With casual boots, that basically, normally you don't start off with boots in Rando, but it's kind of been a trend lately, to start with boots. It makes the game a lot quicker, kind of. Maybe quicker is not the right word, but it makes it a lot more fun to play. Ooh, we got a bottle. So that check you can only get by checking, with boots, because you need to bonk into the rocks. That's why it's called Bonk Rocks. I'm gonna go up and check Lumberjack. I think this is a play that has kind of fallen out of favor in recent rando running. We'll check the bush crab here, see what he drops today. It's just a piece of heart, so we don't really care. And we'll use this to figure out whether or not it's guaranteed aga. It is not, as that is just 50 rupees. Which is a wonderful sight to see. So now we're gonna go into the Lost Woods. There are 2 items to check in there. Avoid the bird. Alright, first check is... I'm not grabbing a bloopy. If it was a red rupee, I'd probably have grabbed it. We do need 100 rupees for Kakariko. But, yeah, we're not quite there yet. Bombs are good. We need 3 of those for Kakariko, so we found 2 bomb drops. And speaking of Kakariko, we are on our way there now. Oh, bonk. One thing I'm still working on is not bonking near as much as I do. Obviously, we've already seen... I'll grab that. Because it was right there and not going to cause the item get animation, I was okay with it. One other thing, if you've ever played this game vanilla, you'll notice is that we can switch between items via the L and R buttons. One of the nice things that Rando added to the game was item quick swap. Heart, red rupee, some more bombs to replace the one we just used, and another red rupee. And we're maxed out on bombs. So we're still looking for our 3 major items for Dark World access. Generally, I can tell if a seed is going to be a good one for me if I have gotten 2 of our crystals in about 40 to 50 minutes. So being 10 minutes in, we're doing okay. I should have used the bomb first. We'll refill our hearts here too. 50 rupees. Alright, nothing great so far besides our hook shot. Green goo. Ice rod. Well, no ice rod hunt meme today. Ice rod is one of those items that can pretty much be found anywhere. Blue mail. So that'll reduce the damage we take. But because the only actual required usage of ice rod is killing Trinex, it can be almost anywhere. More money. If you guys hear any noises in the background, it's just something I've got open, which I'll go ahead and close now. That way that doesn't keep coming through. Hey, there's our hammer. That works really nicely as an extra sword as well, because it does tempered sword damage. We have a bottle, so we can turn in this to Sick Kid. Maybe he'll have our flute. Oh, a medallion. So, let's see here. We can actually go check Magic Bat. I think this is the earliest Magic Bat check I've ever been able to do. So let's check that while we're here. And the answer is... red rupee. Alrighty, let's get on to checking the library and the race game. And then we will work our way towards the South Shore. Anything up there? 100 rupees, not happening. Alright, so we're going to check what the item is before we go through the race game. It's 10 arrows, and this is why we just check. Alright, we're going to spawn at our house and head to South Shore. Hello, fellow Blue Guard. So the next set of checks that we can do is we can go ahead and check the dam. We get 2 items to check out of here. And we don't have mirrors, so we have to do this the hard way. You can check this via hook shot, which actually I'm going to try and show here. So you can check it like that. It's been a long time since I've had to do that, so I didn't even think about it. And away we go. Just bombs there. We've already got 8. I'm not super concerned about grabbing those last 2. Speaking of bombs, we are going to bomb our cave here, Mini Moldorm Cave. Can I get my hook shot, please? Oops. I am not the greatest at this, but that is okay. Alright, so 5 checks here. 1 is half magic. 2 is arrows. 3 is master sword. Alright. 4 is a rupee. And 5 is a heart container, or heart piece, which fills up a heart container. Alright. From... Ow. Ow. What I was gonna say was, from here, we're gonna go all the way over to Ice Rod Cave. With boots, it's a pretty quick check. It is just one item, but I also like to use boots to set up a water walking. We don't have enough money for Zora, and we don't have Moon Pearl, so we're hoping Moon Pearl's here, because if not, there's not really a point to doing the water walking. Hey look, Moon Pearl! Oh, I actually didn't set it up, because I was like, oh, there's no way Moon Pearl's here, right? So I guess we will set this up. Oop. Alright, I think I got it there. I haven't done this actually too many times before. Hey, we did it! So, as I said, thankfully, because we have Moon Pearl, we don't, or we do have good use of this check, so we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna check the hobo. This is considered out of logic. You're supposed to only be able to get to hobo with, flippers. Not that it was actually beneficial. We're gonna do a trick here called fake flippers. If I can get on the right pixel, that was one. There we go. Which basically, if you do a scene or a screen transition and hit the water at the same time, you can trick the game into thinking that you have the flippers. The concern here is in the vanilla game, if you got damaged in any way during this glitch, you would end up soft locking and have to reset your game. Thankfully, the randomizer devs were like, well, we don't want that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to make it to where instead, you just die in one hit. So we have to be very careful here when we do this, which is why I go over that way. And the reason we're doing this is because the trigger for this cave here, the waterfall cave, has something to do with Moon Pearl, to where if you have Moon Pearl, it's like, oh, well then you must be fine. You can walk. Hey! So Bo is locked behind flippers. While we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and check the Zora ledge. Which is just arrows. So that does leave Zora stranded, but hopefully we will find Mirror and head to Catfish. So let's... Alright, so we have a red pendant on Eastern, and then the other two are crystals, but Desert is Crystal Plus. I am going to head over towards Eastern. We do have Bo, we can full clear that. It seems like a reasonable thing to do. I'm kind of sensing that this might be an Aga 1 seed. But we've still got a few places that we can check. First, we're going to go say hi to our wonderful Sahaza Baba. That's what I call him anyway. And 3 chests. Red shield, 10 pack of bombs, more bombs. Alrighty, into Eastern Palace we go. And you'll see in places like that, a lot of the other runners that I tend to watch know how to get past that pretty quickly and don't deal with killing that very often, but I'm a little bit more in the I'm gonna play it safe route. So we're gonna go ahead and clear Eastern here, and then that will probably be the end of our first video here. So the thing we have to remember is that this bow that we have is locked behind flippers. So the game does not actually think that we can beat this dungeon. I do want a hook shot though, because that makes checking this chest on the right much quicker. And there we go. Wow, map and compass, first two chests. Oof. Very much oof. Alrighty, let's see what is going to be in our next set of chests. If we find the big key in this next chest, that does make a little bit easier because we open the big key chest and then... Oh, I did that wrong. There's a way to get it to where only 2 of those spawn. And... Hey, look, big key. Called it. That makes 2 calls now. And I just didn't do it right. It's been something that I've been trying to learn over time. Ooh, bacon sword. Whoop. So that's 1 item out of here. 2 to go. Everything in this dungeon is in logic right now except for the boss. So we're hoping progression is here. There we go. And into the next room. You'll see a trick in this next room which allows us to not have to kill everything. Or at least hopefully you will. Basically we take damage off of this guy. Oop. Wow, that's sad. That way you don't have to kill everything in the room. I'm probably gonna kill a couple of things here to try and get my health back. I didn't do it exactly right, so took a lot more damage than I meant to. You're supposed to take only 2 hits there. Maybe it's first YouTube video anxiety. I don't know. Alright, so our logical progression was not in here. There is 2 more things in logic, technically. But we're gonna go ahead and finish this, just because there is an item on the boss. And, I mean, if it ends up being all dungeons, then that's, you know, something we would need anyway. And it would not surprise me if our very first YouTube seed ended up being a pedestal seed. Hopefully that is not a shot called. So the reason the bow is required is not to defeat the boss, but to kill these red Igors. Oh, that step back I've been doing lately has been the death of that. So, yeah, still haven't gotten the fast kill down, but alright, well, we have defeated this dungeon, but unfortunately, there's nothing there. We don't have a glove, so we can't go to the mountain. So really, the only place we have left we can check is Agina or Aga, and being 1 item away from How? From Dark World. I'm willing to go get this before having to fight Aga. Taking a lot of damage to see. But we have been playing on a completely different controller lately. With playing the N64 games. Alright, let's check what's on the desert ledge. It's 20 bucks. And we need bombs in here. So if it's not here, then off to Aga we go. Hi Agina, how are you today? And gloves? No, vamos. Alright, Aga seed. Alright, let's spawn here, grab a couple hearts, and head to the castle. It's been a while since I've had an Aga required seed. Actually, no, that's technically a lie, because we had one on stream Thursday? I want to say it was Thursday. Whoop. So, we are going to go into the castle tower, but that's going to be the end of it for here, guys. I will see you guys in the next episode of our first randomizer on the channel. Bye, guys! If you liked what you saw in today's video, click that subscribe button in the middle. If you want to see similar content to today's video, click on the playlist on the left. Otherwise, our most recent video is hanging out on the right. Hope to see you guys next time.